Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a special Chalk Talk edition of Speak On It. I am your host, Big Mike. We are going to have a fun night tonight. We are talking wrestling tonight. And if we're talking wrestling, you know I can't do it by myself. I got my boys here. I got the mad producer, Podcast Poppy in the building.
Rasslin, that's wrestling.
Got my boy Anthony in the building.
Hola, amigos.
And all the way, our special guest, plural, for the evening, all the way from my side hustle, the OTTR
your side
podcast. Hustle. I got my man Blackheart in the building.
Gang, bitch. Gang, bitch. We in this motherfucking OTTR Palmar. We in the motherfucking building.
You smell what's going on, Blackheart? I know you got something to say. We're going right into it.
I mean, listen, man. We 1-1 against Milwaukee right now. Game 3's on Saturday. Suck my dick, Antetokounmpo. That's all I really gotta say.
Oh, damn! You a Boston fan?
Yeah, I'm
fuck Giannis.
Boston motherfucker.
Fuck Giannis.
You know, I can find knock your ass out.
Oh, it's getting real aggressive.
Well, Blackheart, are you alone tonight?
No, I am not alone. You know me, man.
You're not alone.
Well, we make sure that we come everywhere. We come in mobbed up, man. So you know we are. What's the word that I use for Top Most Christian?
Thank God we're not talking sports today.
Yeah, you guys are now taken over by us, and now you guys are officially under siege.
Well, he did say that y'all beside us.
That's supposed to be your cue, Mike. That's not my finger. It's supposed to be everyone else kick down the motherfucking door. Open the door, bro. We got shit to do. That's right. We got our whole squad in here. We ain't leaving until
wait.
I don't know.
Open the
I don't know.
door.
The door seems to be stuck. I can't seem to get this last door open. I don't know.
I told you to lay off the goddamn lotion.
Hey, my fault this time, man.
Who is this?
I can only help out. So much.
Dylan, can you see what's going on? I like. It feels like somebody else is trying to get in here, but
let me try.
You better let your boy back in. I
don't really see anybody else.
Come on now.
I got you. This is already gone all completely off the rails. So let me open the door.
Let me in. Open the door. You cannot get rid of me, Big Mike. And
we in your head. Oh!
Nope, not happening. I control the board tonight.
Okay, I got you, and I got this person that's over here on the other side of me. I got this one right here too. Both of them I got both their numbers. I'm standing on both their necks. And to top it all off, Big Mike, I got you the first time, so I will get you again. Especially, you know what? You got ticked off because someone else interrupted the last time we went at it, and it was some person I will not name that's on another podcast. But after I was done with them, he disappeared for almost 6 months. Ooh. So you better pack them bags, man, because once I'm done, you out of here, man.
Yeah.
And that's a shoot, brother.
Hey, that's just me warming up.
Ding. Want to ring the bell?
I would not be a great host if I did not formally introduce the current OTTR champion, the first lady of OTTR, Sean.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, show some respect for the ladies here, man.
I only show it to a certain extent. Unless you got something I want, then I start messing with you.
Nah.
Yeah, exactly.
I appreciate the honesty.
You Daniel Bryan your way into our title match. Me and Char are going to have a nice Big Mike Char 2 match. It's going to be great.
No, forget Daniel Bryan. I'm freaking Seth Rollins back at WrestleMania when he cashed in on Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. It's going to be the greatest moment.
Nah, my watch it.
No one wants you here. No one wants you.
But yet I'm still here.
Ooh.
Well, it's okay.
I'm still here.
You get to witness history just like everybody else. and I become the first 3-time champion. Uno,
Hasn't even the third time yet, man. Calm down.
No.
What was that one thing that I said about Big Mike? About how he's getting stuffed down our throats like Roman Reigns was back when he was fighting cancer?
listen, you will.
Or back when
Nah, he got.
you're going to acknowledge this briefcase up your ass.
He always had the dick stuck down his throat, gagging.
Damn.
You know that I'm fucking with you, Mike. It's just unbreakable.
This is gotten real aggressive.
No,
everybody here, they
They
walked in here and chose violence, Mike.
I don't walk in and choose violence. I wake up choosing violence.
No, violence chose me. To be his foreshadower, the gatekeeper, and all the other shit.
I'm the gate control.
I'm the Hellraiser.
There's nothing to control. This is all what I have to deal with weekly.
Each and every week he does, and he actually
This is
has
why-
high tolerance for that, including with Tyler Starks too. 'Cause I know this is shit that he wants to
Yeah,
do.
because I know Tyler's liable to pop up at any second.
Now,
Oh, and I bet that door's magically going to open when he shows up.
It might. Listen, it was.
You know what? Maybe I should. Maybe I should actually just send him that link real quick. But you know what, bro? I'll probably here real quick for like a good 15 minutes. I bet you that he actually would.
Do it. I want to hear him go off on him.
We're gonna. When he's the youngest. He's the baby anyway. So.
But he's got tougher skin than some of the other babies that were in here.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Damn.
His wrestling knowledge is adequate.
It's on point.
Oh, it's amazing.
Let's get to this first topic tonight. We're gonna ease right into it. We're talking wrestling tonight.
Wrestling.
Let's just get into it, man. The current state of wrestling. How are we feeling with this WWE AEW Cold War that's going on? Like, is it real? Is it an internet creation? How are we feeling about this war that's going on?
Blame the stupid ass marks. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blame the stupid ass motherfucking marks.
Mm-hmm.
Probably you can go ahead and shred this one to pieces. I really have no energy right now. But until afterwards, until I spark my little magic stick over here.
Okay. All right. So here's what the thing. This is exactly like how Blackheart said, and I 100% agree with him. Well, hang on. I totally agree.
Very funny.
Yes.
It's all based off these marks. It's based off of people who are strictly AEW fans, who are strictly WWE fans. These are the ones that we hear that say, "Oh, well, this is WCW versus WWF," back from the late 90s, early 2000s. No, it's not. It's not. This is one of those rare times where people can actually enjoy both products, or at least try to, because both products do have flaws. Even the products that a lot of people don't talk about, like MLW, New Japan, Impact, all these other places, they all have their own problems. And those are some of the things that we don't like, but we still watch the product anyway. So my whole thing is right now, I feel like it's kind of opposite of what's going on. Like, let's take, for example, the women's division for both AEW and WWE. AEW, it's strictly gimmick matches that we see when it comes to women fighting on either Dynamite or Rampage. If you want to see a decent women's match, you have to watch either Dark or Elevation on YouTube to be able to actually see a decent match. Like,
hey,
Chris,
you forgot one too. Impact Wrestling.
Yes, Impact Wrestling. Yes. These two of these companies, WWE and Impact, they're actually doing a good job with some of their women in some scenarios. I know WWE, and that's why I said some. Man, calm yourself. I'm talking right now. Man, in some situations, WWE is doing good. In some situations, AEW is. AEW is doing piss poor when it comes to doing good matches, actually letting the women actually wrestle and not do hardcore matches or cage matches or anything like that. WWE with this match that they had on Raw, this tag team that they did, it was like Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, and God, I'm forgetting who the third woman
Sonya
was.
Deville.
Sonya Deville. That's why I kept on forgetting about her. You know, this tag match they did was actually pretty decent. It was a straight tag match, and it had good spots in it. But then look at AEW. Look at what kind of match that Deebs had last week. Or was it last week? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at the match she had. That was a decent match too, because I mean that's been a feud that's been going on for a while, but then it always becomes a gimmick. Exactly with Hangman Adam Page. Gimmick. Tony Khan is trying to cater too much to the fans. And he's not thinking about it, okay, I need to think long-term story. I need to think of something, that's going to catch everyone's interest, like the Kenny Omega, Adam Page build up for those 2 years leading to him winning the championship. But like I said, each company has their different things that we don't like. And to be honest, I don't feel like it's a war. I just feel like it's just being overhyped by marks and, pro WWE and AEW guys. That's what it comes down to. So
for the fat motherfuckers that be living in their mama's basement, 600, 700 pounds, jerking their meat off to Jay Cargill each and every goddamn.
Don't get me started on her. Don't get me started on her, please.
But this is what the problem is, Cyber.
Yeah,
a
it
lot
is.
Of people have got a lot of time on their hands, and it's the reason why they come up with so much disillusion of, this person's getting pushed. Why this person's getting pushed? Why this person being buried? Why this person hasn't been on television? There's so much shit that they can create to get you on your goddamn fucking nerves. And that's the problem with today's wrestling smart marks.
Mhm.
Yes, I can pull up Bryan Pillman on my ass real quick. But at the end of the day, it's all sports entertainment, the same way how basketball is sports entertainment, the same way how football. Every other sport that we follow ever since our birth has always been sports entertainment. The same routine that you do for them, the same routine that you do for professional wrestling. There is no difference. Exactly. There's wrestling fans will say, this is real. How can they? How come that you can't explain this? And they'll say that, just try to make it to for people that don't want to feel disrespected. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, okay, anyone can just pick up a basketball and shoot. That's not true. Everyone can pick up a football and throw. That's not true. Mm-mm. People cannot get in that wrestling ring to learn how to wrestle. Do exactly what these motherfuckers have done for 15, 20 years of their lives, and not being able to even see their families, or they got to go through injuries themselves that put them on the bench, and then that prolongs their inevitability. People got to take accountability for what they say, because what they say can trigger a lot of shit. So I'm actually taking a stand for some of these fans or some of these marks. Now we got to split the two. There's wrestling fans and then there's wrestling marks. The marks are gonna be the ones that you're gonna be cursing at every fucking day in comments and shit, trying to plead your case. Wrestling fans will understand they just love it just to love it, and that's the difference.
This is the last 6 years or so has been really great for wrestling as a whole, for you to be able to, as far as accessibility goes, for you to be able to go and find different ways to watch Impact, going from different network to network, from going on Twitch to Access TV and Discovery, getting AEW to finally be an alternative on the main stage on a massive network for the first time since WCW. Because before that, Impact or TNA, whatever it was early in 2003, was on Spike TV and weekly pay-per-view. So as wrestling fans, enjoying wrestling is such a good thing, where you could go through and watch shit daily, weekly. We literally get 7 days of wrestling at this point, and it's a wonderful thing. And it could be burnout, could be overload, but then you have, again, the ridiculous marks trying to make everything a war when it doesn't need to be. Because even though you could put wrestling into a bubble of being professional wrestling in its own thing, they're all different. Literally everything is different. The product that you're getting on WWE is not trying to put on the best matches every week, right? They're going long-term, build a superstar who's going to transcend to then go and be into another avenue to then push forward. Hey, this guy came from WWE. This guy's a superstar. This guy's going to be in movies. Where AEW is just trying to put on the best matches literally every week and have a trending topic on Twitter and trying to be the focus of the wrestling world because Sammy Guevara just did this no reason.
Fuck Sammy Guevara, he ain't shit, bitch.
He just did this no reason dive off the ladder in that Scorpio Sky match.
It barely hit him.
And he missed. And he missed.
Mhm.
But everybody talked about it. And it caught the captivity of the wrestling world for all of like 2 hours. And then they move. So, like, and then Impact, who quietly is putting on a great in-between of entertainment and great matches.
Mhm.
So, like, that's arguably wrestling's, like, to the casual fan, wrestling's best kept secret. Like, it's unbelievable. They've been doing such a good job where, like, I'm actively trying to pay attention to what Impact's doing for the first time since, like, 2006. But, like, the fans are the ones that kill everything. You can't just go and enjoy something just to enjoy it.
Yeah,
just
because
like the best franchise. That's little stuff that's in the back.
Yeah.
okay, and then also too, got to look at it like this. Look at how these pro WWE and pro AEW fans are. Like, biggest thing that's happened, you know, since WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes making the return back to WWE.
Yeah.
Look at how the AEW hardcore fans treated that. They were like, screw this stuff. They pulled a Kobe moving to Miami situation and burned their stuff. Not Kobe, but freaking LeBron. Damn. Yeah. Tired, sorry.
But the thing with Cody was trying to actively like be a WWE superstar in AEW.
Yeah.
Where every time Cody was there, he's trying to be grandstand entrance and like it's good. It's good to have that, but the fans didn't want that anymore.
No.
Because one, it's not believable when you're also booking yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you took yourself out of
yourself backwards to where you're not even at the top of the pedestal as
even
people thought you would.
Exactly.
You yourself over that way, and then you lower down your spot.
You shot yourself in the foot because you literally can't be a champion. You can only be mid-card, maybe tag team, and then you're not going to like make yourself interesting, turn yourself heel to then book yourself into the championship. Like there's a whole way you could have gone about it, but then it's like, oh, I'm just going to go and be the grandstand character that I literally was just trying to be in the wrestling company that I started, and a wrestling company that already does this shit. And it's awesome and it works and he doesn't have to change anything that he's doing and he's already like the top babyface of the company.
Yeah, and you know what? I will be honest. At first I thought, man, he's gonna dip real quick, like, you know, within a couple weeks. But I honestly think now is that big contract that he negotiated with WWE to go back, it has to have a title reign in it. It has to.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to have a title reign for him. The only thing that's the question is how he will get it. Now, I said this earlier on Commission Talks, where I kind of laid down a scenario where I think it might happen. We all know, rumor going around is that Roman Reigns is hurt. And that this is why, you know, the whole situation with the unification of the tag team titles and everything got switched to a 6-man because Roman Reigns is still present, but I can bet you anything he is not going to be very active in the match.
Hit a spear or two.
Yeah, you know, just bare minimum. But what's going to happen? What my ideal thing is that he'll drop he'll cut a promo like the next week. Cut a promo, say, hey, you know what? I've already proven that this is the title to come after the Universal title. And he's going to be like, you know what? I don't need this shit. Yeah, I don't need the WWE World Championship. Yeah. And pretty much ultimately send it back to Raw. Or what?
Or could potentially, you know what I'm saying? Like, actually, no, maybe your scenario can actually work. But the way that I was going to just think about it was like, okay, even if he did do that, they do have a tournament. We already kind of expected like who's actually going to win it because it's already been playing right in front of our faces since day one when he came in. Why else would he come back and still have his same gimmick from AEW and still be able to do it over here flawlessly? Yeah. They know that they're going to have to build up for a babyface to take the title off him because Big E is still injured too. Otherwise, he still would have got that title run back.
Well, and also too, I said this as well, is that it doesn't have to be a tournament format. It could be, you know, 2 4-way matches that lead to
the ring, the pay-per-view. And
Well,
No.
just like they did with the
and then
Universal title debuted.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they did
on
what,
Raw.
like, yep, when they did like 4 different triple threat matches.
Yeah.
And then
The winners
or
of those
2 different
face each
triple
other.
threat. Yep.
The
and then
winners
Seth
of those
versus
face
Finn.
each other, and then it came down to Finn Balor and Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
But the 2 people I wanted to see it come down to, if they do that, is Cody Rhodes, and I said this, but then people are like, not too sure. Randy Orton.
Yeah.
But you see, though, him and Randy Orton seem to be kind of buddy though now. So I don't think they'll
I
have
like
them
that
turn
idea
heel
better
that
with
quick.
a
Riddle.
friendly competition. You get a handshake at the end, and then you get hit with an RKO. He turns heel.
I like that. I like that idea better with Riddle.
Victor,
And Riddle
right?
as a heel.
Why you think they call him a Viper for a reason? Because he knows how to snake make it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that approach, but I see it with someone else.
Who?
Dukes,
I'm
push the
see with
emotion
AJ.
down first.
AJ? I don't think so. Not with the way that he's being pushed right now. I mean, especially with.
Hell no.
I could see it being a title defense once Cody wins the title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was defense, but him
He's not winning the title. No.
My idea is literally just push Cody to the moon. You're just doing that already. Wait till Roman's healthy, and like Cody's gonna have the title. Might as well give him the biggest rub in wrestling over the last decade at this point since the streak. Let him beat Roman. Not clean, obviously, but because you got to set up the Rock
in the match, right?
You got to set up the Rock, so then you take that belt away from that feud because that feud doesn't need the belt.
No, it doesn't.
Well, also too, it does, like you said, it doesn't have to be clean. It could easily be a 3-way match, triple threat match, and Cody could pin the other opponent.
Yeah,
exactly. Because you don't got you. There's a way you could do it where Roman's still booked strong.
And
Cody
protect-
is
yeah.
the massive baby face that everybody wants. Because regardless, when he wins, wherever they are, it's going to erupt.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's going to be one of the biggest pops in years.
Brock Lesnar comes from out of nowhere, jumps out the crowd, hits him with an F5, revenge.
Yeah,
F5's everybody.
After Paul Heyman and somehow Cody Cross.
Kind
Kind
of like when Eddie beat Brock, where
slow counted
Yeah.
to be like, oh shit. Like just to give you that believability, okay, no, Roman kicked out Manola. You got a little bit more to take. Just do something. And the last week coming in, you like,
literally how Eddie won the title, where
Get
Goldberg
the-
comes from the
shock
front
factor.
row,
Exactly.
hits him in the spear.
Yeah.
He reverses the F5 onto the DDT under the title belt, throws the belt out there, frog splash, 1, 2, 3, go.
Yep.
Also, too, get the reaction like Brock Lesnar did when he beat the Undertaker and ended the streak.
Yeah.
As Cody goes for the pin, Michael Cole's just like, "Go, Cody! Make your father proud! Go!"
Yes.
All of it, this is your dream. There's so many ways to go
what your father had never done before.
And of course, you know Cody's gonna cry.
Oh yeah,
you know Cody's gonna cry.
Of course,
and then I'm gonna cry, and then everyone else is gonna cry, and he's easily the most believable babyface with that shit too. He's so authentic with it. Like he just saved the WWE arguably 2.5 years of trying to really build a new babyface.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No
Literally
joke.
2 years.
That's true.
Absolutely.
And it
he
allows
he
them
gave
to
them
slow
time
burn each
to work NXT. To get Braun Breaker ready, to get Gable Steveson ready, to get Carmelo Hayes ready.
Face that he can that they can get behind and push the baby face that way. Then you still got Roman over here as the heel going that way.
Because Cody's going to be on Good Morning America. He's going to be on all the shows, on everything that they're going to be doing.
And he's going to be the most sharp-dressed champion out of everybody.
He's a family man. He's got his wife. He's got his kid. He's got his dog. He's going to be the relatable guy that they're just going to push to the moon.
Pharaoh.
They're going to bring Pharaoh out.
They got him on merch.
Oh my god!
It looks like more like a wolf, but
yeah, they stretch the truth a little bit on the picture, but like it's literally right there.
Yeah.
But the problem is going to be you're going to have the marks like, well, why is it Cody and not this person and this person? Who fucking cares? Give me good wrestling. I don't care. I don't care.
That is true.
Give
me good shit.
Nitpicking every little detail just to try to make
good shit.
Conversation or the topic more.
Reevaluate him as a champion in 3 months. See where we're at. Do you continue, or is there somebody else hot coming on and see where we're at?
Cody's
Like-
gonna be bringing in the money for Vince. And
Oh,
Vince is
yeah.
like, nope,
Exactly, because
No.
let's say
for 6
he
months
gets
until I
it.
tell you not to.
Because my original idea was like SummerSlam, but like that's too soon. They haven't had
Yeah.
the build up for it. So now
Yeah.
you're realistically looking
It's
Survivor
gonna be either
Series or
before after
something.
Survivor Series.
Possibly.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And then
I
that's
could
more
easily
than
see
enough
that.
yeah, I
Or
could
we
definitely see that.
Draft later on this year.
So it's probably not going to be this year. You're probably going to be going into Royal Rumble around
Mhm.
that time, depending what they do. And then
I could see it being the main event of Royal Rumble.
yeah. And then
Possibly,
you
yeah.
go through and you see what the landscape is, who's ready in NXT to come up, who is
And-
built well.
And also, too, it's not gonna be a short title reign because you know why? The shock and awe of him winning it is gonna be around for at least 3 months.
Exactly.
So they're not gonna be able to take the title off of him anytime soon. I'm gonna say at least
And it has
6
to be
to
in his
10
hometown,
months.
too.
I said
Huh?
closer to 10 months.
The only reason I'm saying short term first, because like, okay, how is the crowd getting to him now? Because he had fatigue in AEW. Let's see where the fatigue gets him here.
Yeah.
Oh, who can come and be a realistic challenger for him? And can we
That's
stretch
already-
that
you
feud?
know it already. You
So,
can even
like,
get
it's gonna.
people that
I'm
can
not
still
saying
bypass the time for when Big E can come back when some
Mhm.
other people get called up.
because I'm not
Mhm.
saying end it after
Like,
3
it's
months.
still gonna be
I'm
more
saying
people
just
that-
reevaluate how can
Just
you
watch the
title
process. Yeah,
Reign.
just
Yep.
look at
How
the
do you
process.
tweak the title reign?
See
How
how
do you
it
get the
plays
most
out.
out of it?
Yeah.
I could
Maybe they-
easily.
I'm
I-
sorry to say, I'm sorry to cut you all off, but
You're going.
do you think that Big E is going to actually get a title reign?
A
Let's
lengthy one?
let's really be honest.
Cody would have to lose the title for him to get a
He
title shot.
deserves it, though.
Yeah.
Like,
If-
his
But
title
I'm
reign was
like
so
this.
dog shit. His
I'm
title
sorry
reign
to
was so
say,
dog shit.
but
It's
if
not
they
even
can
his
do that
fault.
Kofi-
Vince, you know how he is, though, man. He could be hot on one person 1 month and then drop him the next. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vince is all over the place, man.
He's way all over the place
He
here.
literally had what 2 actual defenses and a match with Roman in his
Mhm.
title
Yeah.
reign?
Yeah.
Like that. Like he got and like it's a little shit because it's not even his fault, and that's
No.
what's tough because he deserved better than that.
Yeah,
Like,
but you
I
can, you
hate
can,
they
He got the
rushed it.
Kofi. He
They
got the
rushed
Kofi
it.
treatment.
you can
Yeah,
name countless wrestlers he does this to. I mean,
Like, you-
Oh,
geez.
wait a minute. This treatment? Yeah. That treatment. Yeah.
Like
yeah,
you didn't
yeah,
have to
that's what
like you didn't have to announce your cash in on a random Monday Night Raw
No.
And
to then book up
Did it
the
go?
Survivor Series match. Like that's such lazy booking for it. Like there's
It is.
The last good cash in that's happened is that Seth Rollins cash in when he made a triple threat match against Roman and Brock. That was probably the best cash in I had seen. I mean,
That's the best. That doesn't make that. I mean, that's definitely the best one. I would go back. I would say when Bayley cashed in on Charlotte, that was a really good cash. When Alexa
I was there
Bliss
for that.
cashed in,
Screw
when
that.
Alexa
When
Bliss
Edge
cashed
did it.
in
I was there for
on
that.
Nia Jax after the Ronda Rousey match, that was a great cash.
oh yeah, that was a really good one too. But you know, just ones that
They've been
that
dropping
can
the ball because then you had what
lately they have been dropping the ball.
the Miz
Like
Bobby Lashley like
That
scenario
was
where Miz
bad.
cashed like that was
Baron
terrible.
Corbin, I feel bad for the way that his cash in went.
Yeah.
That was probably by
Yeah.
far the worst cash in I had ever seen. And at the time, he was the lone wolf, and I was like, "Come on, dude,
I
Let
love
him
Corbin back
get
then.
it.
Like,
let
should've
him
given
get
it
it."
And then
Yeah.
they dropped the ball on Brock. They should have just let Brock hold the briefcase. They forced that thing off of him because the Brock party stuff, the boombox, like why are you taking that off of him? Like that
You
was
know,
awesome.
he should have gotten one of those big custom boom boxes that you see
Yeah.
on sale on the internet. Should have had it painted Brock in the bank or something, and just
Yep.
freaking let him walk around
Yeah.
with that
I,
for
I
like.
wasn't a fan of him winning initially, but it's like once I saw that stuff, I was like, oh yeah, do it, just do it, just keep going.
Yeah, dude.
And then they're penalizing him for doing what the contract says you could do. Like, oh wow, I'm following the contract. Oh, I have this for a year, but I'm gonna get forced to do it in the first month.
But what I would call like the most kid glove cash in I've ever seen is during the pandemic when Becky had the contract cash in
Oh,
with
yeah.
Asuka, and pretty much it wasn't the contract; it was the
No,
title.
It was the belt.
Yeah.
No. Actually, here's one when Kane cashes in against Rey Mysterio and won within like 7 seconds.
Oh,
Yeah, where he
Oh.
literally
Yeah, and
run
I
an
was
hour before.
I sat there, I was like, what?
Doing my guy
Kane,
Ray
you
like that. That's
wasted
trash.
No time with that money in the pay-per-view. You won it that night, and then within like 2 matches later, you cashed it in.
Yeah, it was within an hour. I think that.
Oh,
Well,
was-
Dean Ambrose did the similar thing when he won the contract one year. He
Yeah.
literally cashed it in on the main event. I think they were like the third or fourth match. The Money in the Bank was, and then the title match was the main event. He cashed
Yeah.
in right then and there.
Yeah. Same night, like within an hour or so.
Yeah.
See?
Did Daniel Bryan do the same?
Be rushing some shit too.
I guess
No. The only people I think
Okay.
cashed in on the same night were Kane
Bailey.
and Ambrose were the only ones that cashed in on the same night that I
Bailey,
remember.
I don't think she cashed in on
No,
the night she
no,
won.
no, Bill.
Actually, Liz
Wait,
did that same night.
Because that
She
was
did?
Money in the Bank in Hartford. She won it, and then during the
Oh.
Charlotte match, she won and cashed in.
Oh yeah, she did, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I thought Daniel Bryan did the same on Mark Henry.
No.
No,
No.
no, because that was what TLC.
Yeah.
I think that was an actual feud that they had. I think, wasn't it?
Because no, wasn't Big Show? That was Big Show Mark Henry, and Mark Henry had all the chairs and shit. And Daniel Bryan came down and just like cashed in on him when he got his yeah, because that was a TLC pay per view. Bryan already had the
that
briefcase
was
for a
when
while.
Tables After Tables was actually a gimmick pay per view with anything.
That was back when it was good.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
It's
Now-
very gimmicky now.
You barely even get nothing.
They need to get rid of it.
Right?
It's
If they're gonna do it
gimmicky
like
now.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit.
So,
Char,
Char,
baby shit.
Char, what's
Wait,
your
what?
thoughts on the Cold War?
And it's like I feel like the marks are what makes it worse because it's like everyone's like, oh, like one company, oh, they're doing better than this company. It's just going back and forth between them all everywhere. Like, oh, my company's better. No, my company's better. No, my company is better. And it's just going back and forth, and they're ruining it. I mean, as long as these companies are putting on good matches, good feuds, good storylines, I mean, I'm all for it. Give it to me. But the fans are making this absolutely trash and garbage, and it's like it's never gonna stop.
It's never gonna stop because
No.
that's the social media age that we're in right now. It's never gonna stop.
Never.
And
Never.
I
I
blame
would
social
agree.
media, folks.
I blame social media too, but
Now you
I would
too.
agree.
Back in the day, man, when you went to an event, it was just that little one night sector that afterwards, when you go home, you always just have that thought. And
Yeah.
You never really, you always have like your small collective of friends, and
That you could talk to it about, yeah.
You can go through strangers and just put out one comment, and someone would be like, "Yo, man, that's kind of, you're like, that's kind of rude and shit like that." And I'm like, why? It's freedom of speech. I can say what the fuck I want.
Exactly. But now you put your opinion out there online, and it's like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. You can't have that
Exactly.
opinion. It's
You
not
get
true.
crucified for
Yeah.
saying your
Yeah,
opinion.
or that's
Oh,
disrespectful.
exactly.
Yeah, or
It's
that's
disrespectful, it's
all
true.
because
You
said
can't say
something
that about
Jay
this,
Cutler
like-
with Sammy Guevara and shit. I remember that too. Someone came at me wrong and said I'm disrespectful about what I said about Tay Conti. I'm like, what you mean? Look at her right now. She's
Exactly.
on TV everywhere. She's in AAA getting fucking Sweet Chin Music by Penta, for
Which
crying
was
out fucking
hilarious.
That was
I
fucking
freaking
cool.
loved
loud. And
that.
then I'm
What
just like,
was
yo,
that?
if he would have won that belt off of Jay Cargill at that time period, I would have said I told you so. But then again, thank God it didn't happen. No.
I'm so glad because I think Ty sucks. So it's like,
Oh,
he's terrible. But like, I also think Jade sucks. So it's like, okay, cool.
no. Here's my thing about that. Jade Cargill, I can't stand her. I cannot stand her. The biggest reason is one, they actually potentially had someone who could take the TBS title off of her, and Maria Shafir. And they made her look completely weak. This
Yeah.
is someone who has trained for years.
Yeah, that match.
Not just in MMA, but also in professional wrestling. The entire
Yeah.
time she was in NXT, Roderick Strong was helping her. Shawn Michaels was helping her. You know, she was getting taught by some really good minds in the wrestling world, and you saw that in Dark and Elevation in her matches.
Yeah.
Well, now they build her up. They put her into a title situation
Yeah.
with Cargill.
That
She
match
could have
made me
broken that
so mad.
streak.
That
She
match
could have
made me
broken
so
that streak.
mad. I mean, especially with all the no, like I was like, what was frustrating to me about that whole match and everything is like the constant like no selling in that match. Like, oh, she goes after like a limb or her leg or something. It's like, nope, I'm fine, nothing wrong with me. I'm all good. I'm like, that's not how you put
Trash.
talent over.
It sucks because she has
She's doing
such a
whole Hogan
great look.
Arena.
She has such a great look where she's just this big monster, just great physique, beautiful woman, but she's awful. And they keep putting her in matches with other people who are awful. And then you finally put her in matches with people who are good and you have to water them down
Yeah.
and they look awful.
Because Shafir looked
I
great
know.
all coming
He
up.
did.
And then in this match, I was like, this ain't the same woman.
No.
Definitely
Not at all.
She was pulling her punches. She was pulling her moves.
Yeah.
And I mean,
look at the difference, right? The YouTube matches compared to the
Yeah.
TV matches.
There was a huge difference in all of them too. Like,
big time.
That's
Well,
what
that's
you can
because-
tell.
They push. They're doing too much with her too fast. She's not
Mhm.
ready. But like, hey, she's super marketable. Great
Yeah.
look, all that stuff.
Tony
But like,
Khan, listen, Tony Khan is not the new Eric Bischoff. Let me just say that.
Mhm.
He's
it,
the new Eric fucking Bischoff.
they need.
He's gonna
They
run
need
this thing to the ground, and everyone's gonna be looking at him, and this is your fault. Yeah, daddy's boy, this is your fault.
And then he's gonna go, well, I let the talent make their own decisions, and this is what you get. That's exactly what he's gonna do. Like it's
the problem is the women's division in AEW. There's like so devoid of
There's-
actual talent. So
there's
it's like,
no
all
depth
right,
to it. There's
no
to
depth.
it. Stop it.
none. But like, what are you
Like,
gonna do?
they
You
got-
have a mid card title for a women's division that literally can't
That's
put up
top-heavy.
constant defenders, like contenders.
well, she's going through everyone in the division so fast. It's like, who the heck's
So-
believable at this point now? I mean,
Sounds like
You haven't built anyone.
Into my business, right?
And because she's ran
But
through
she's doing it on a
everyone in
week
the
to week
division,
basis. Roman's doing at
And-
least through months and years at this
and
point.
with Jade running through the
Like
division
Roman
so
has
fast,
like 600 something.
you're not building
Yeah.
any competitors for her. That's
there's well, no, I was gonna say because Jade's run through the division, there's now nobody for Thunder Rosa to fight because
Yeah,
now it's
exactly.
like, well, I just saw Jade beat her, so why does she get to fight Thunder Rosa? She can't even beat Jade. So now
Mhm.
it's a double-edged sword because Jade, like, she's great for this division, but she's ruining the division because she's beating and like you said, she's beating everyone so fast.
yeah.
That's the problem. They're not building any storyline.
Because
not-
what you just
No,
said, right?
no,
They don't, because AEW doesn't have the monthly pay-per-views like WWE does, where they can do that and they can make every pay-per-view title defense and make it and make a new rivalry out of that, and that person can still get the fuck over even if they lost. Now, what you just said about Jay Cargill, right? Every 2 weeks, every bi-weekly, there's always a title defense. So I wonder who the hell is really next.
But they're
I
also
said
not
no.
even doing
I said that she
storylines
should
for
have been
her.
dropped the belt two defenses ago, and then now when you look at it, it's the same thing like Roman. Who else is going to take the belt?
And-
off him?
And
this
I got a
becomes-
person.
there isn't anyone really built right now.
Take
this-
it off him.
This brings up the situation I was talking about earlier about how AEW is not displaying their women's division well on Dynamite or on Rampage, because just to throw a name out there, and Blackheart, I know you know what name I'm about to say. Chris Statlander. She
Perfect
could
prime
be
fucking example.
she could be on
She could have
Dynamite
been
or
like
Rampage
off of Jay Cargill a long time ago.
and take
She
off.
could be the biggest threat to take the title off her, but I mean, we haven't seen her lately.
Been back in the darker elevation, get the skills up. You know what I'm saying? You see, hit the retool before you come back on television, so she can be a lot better in her ring performances. So she can actually tell her story and make it seem like she looks dominant at the same time. You know, you thrust her in it because she looks good. Big
But
whoop.
WWE also has like 5 hours of actual like TV between Raw and SmackDown to do it, where AEW has the 3 hours of 2 and 1, and then they have YouTube. So
And not
it's
and not
it's
including
tough.
darker elevation that's on YouTube as well.
yeah. I'm just talking about just on main TV on their 2 main platform shows of
Dynamite
and Rampage compared to Raw and SmackDown. They lose 2 hours. Granted, like I don't think Rampage should be 2 hours long when you're already the end of your wrestling high on a Friday night is the end of
Wrestling-
SmackDown.
Rampage should be
Not unless
like
you switch time, change time.
Wrestling 7. I think it should be the warm-up.
Fridays.
Yeah, it should be the warm up for SmackDown,
Yeah.
Yes.
and not the
Yes.
cool down, because that's where
And-
you lose everything.
And I think that would be a sweet spot for them, because
Yeah.
they'll get the viewers that are going to switch over to SmackDown.
Mhm.
And then once it's over, boom, it's a literal switch over. And it's still going to be fresh on their head, too.
Yeah.
There's a good 3 hours of wrestling right there
Like,
that doesn't get you till
how
11
the
at
fuck
night.
did a 1 hour show beat your premiere 2 hour show that came on right afterwards? That should say something.
The viewership ratings at that time are dog shit. 'Cause nobody's
Yeah.
watching TV at 10 o'clock on a Saturday.
No.
one's,
Friday.
no one's
Friday
watching
night.
wrestling.
No one's watching
at 10 o'clock
exactly.
on a Friday night. That's the difference.
This-
People
this-
will be here watching some movie, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can be
but it's really just like background noise. Nobody's actually paying attention. They're just putting on. They're on their phone, laying
Yeah.
down,
No,
just
you
chilling.
still
Oh,
wa-
here's
you
Avengers
still- yeah,
on the
you still
TV while you're watching.
Mhm.
Play around in the background.
Yeah, you're just hanging out. But like that 7 o'clock is the sweet spot. Do it. You like you might
Yeah.
as well. You got nothing to lose. You literally only are gonna gain.
I already at Tony Khan already. I'm like, yo, Tony, please put Rampage on at 7 p.m. That is sign from us wrestling fans.
Yeah, I feel it would be a better fit for them there.
I think so too.
It's funny.
With that, we're gonna switch it up just a little bit. We're gonna get just a little serious real quick. I'm gonna throw this one right to you, Anthony. We're gonna start with you, and we're gonna go from there because it's a question we've kind of touched on it on OTTR, but I figure we have a little bit more time tonight. Your feeling on being a minority wrestling fan, because there's a stigma, and a wrestling fan in general, because there's a stigma that if you're a wrestling fan, and that you're an adult wrestling fan, that for some reason you have the mind of a 10-year-old. You don't understand what we're watching. And my thing that always drives me crazy with that is not both, but I actually have a brain that can decipher that I know what I'm watching is entertainment, and I can still genuinely enjoy it and be surprised and entertained with it.
Yeah.
Like the example that I always use, and I'm sure all of you all heard me use, I don't know about you, but I know for a fact that Iron Man's not real. That doesn't stop me from enjoying Marvel movies. But I know that Doctor Strange isn't out here waving his hands and jumping through portals. But like I just don't understand why that is hard for people to grasp. But I just wanted to go around the table and just get thoughts on being an adult wrestling fan. Anthony, I'll let you start us off with that.
That's really weird to me. You know, like at the end of the day, it's like kind of like you said. It's like, yes, is wrestling quote unquote real? My opinion on that has always been yes and no. Technically, yes, the moves are quote unquote fake, but the pain is real. The pain is real as everything. And also the fact that they're on the road, I believe, 300 days a year, if I'm going to be specific. You know, maybe they get a couple weekends off, a holiday here and there. Some holidays they even work too. You know, it's brutal out there. It's absolutely brutal. Let me take the real sports, the quote unquote real sports entertainment. I'll take that any day over wrestling. You know, at the end of the day, like this whole thing of wrestling is just, it's an act, it's just entertainment and all that. Absolutely not. You know, and what these wrestlers go through, they should be getting paid more. You know, they should be getting paid way more with what they do. And another thing that's kind of bothered me, I'm not gonna lie, with all these goddamn firings that's been going on, people getting laid off like it's no one's business. This year, last year, the year before that, like goddamn. I mean, I can mainly speak for WWE because I'm more pro WWE. Vince McMahon has been extremely trigger happy over the past couple of years.
Oh, that's for sure.
Know? Yeah, and some of the talent is like, dude, you laid him off, you laid her off.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. Like, that really struck a chord with me, you know? And, you know, at the end of the day, I just don't think wrestlers get a fair shake. And this whole having the mind of a 10-year-old and whatnot, like, it's just ignorant people speaking.
It is.
People who really just don't know at all, you know?
Yep.
I'll probably go to my grave at this point watching this. You know? You can't tell me nothing. It's kind of like, honestly, for me, it's kind of like, I remember sometimes there's like this whole community that used to shame people for still playing Pokemon and shit. I'm like, come on, man. I will play that shit to the day I fucking die, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, seriously. Actually, I was just playing it before we got on, too.
So like, I've been watching wrestling literally my whole life. Right, I grew up with my fucking dad watching wrestling and my brother watching wrestling. Like my brother and I still literally talk wrestling every day. My brother's 30, God, he's 8 years older than me, so I'm 23. So he's about 35 years old, and we still watch wrestling every fucking week. And we're always talking shit. And I literally grew up with it in my household, where I go see my dad like whenever he comes around from Florida and we hang out in New York, whatever. And he's like, oh, we got to get home for 8 o'clock for Raw. To this day, he's still like that. So and he'd always like get shit on because we're Spanish. We're Spanish as fuck, but not really Spanish. But like, you're like, oh, I gotta go home and watch my lucha libre. Like, that's literally it. That's literally how it goes. So it's like I stopped watching wrestling for a couple years in like 2009. So I missed like the Super Cena run, which is fantastic. I'm glad I missed that. But but like I got back into it, and it's just like it's even better to me now as an adult than it was when I was a kid. Like I understand more of like a business and how structuring works. And I went when I was in school, I was doing writing and producing and production and all that stuff. So like you understand things a little bit better and like where something could go, and then you build your own like tangents and little off breeds that you want. And that's what makes wrestling so fucking cool. And and it sucks that you have the crowd to this day who's like wrestling's fake. Yeah, well, literally everything you watch is fake. Literally everything you watch. like that's there's no better response than literally, yeah, what do you got on your phone right now? Oh, you're watching this? That's fake. Oh, you're watching Marvel movies? Oh, that's fake. Oh, you're watching Talkin? Oh, that's fake. like there's nothing you've done in your life that isn't fake. Let me fucking have fun. Because this shit at the end of the day is fun. And I'm literally now a father of 2. And I'm still going to wrestling, and I get to see them, and they're enjoying shit. Like, it's a fun time. And then when you have the last AEW pay-per-view, my fiance was in there watching, and she saw Orange Cassidy climb on the shoulders of what the hell's his name? Hobbs to go and try to reach the ring in the middle. And she's like, oh, I like him. Like, you get cool shit, and it doesn't matter if it's fake, because if that guy fell wrong, he's dead on the outside of the ring anyway. So how fake is that?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
And then as a minority, as a fan of everything, you kind of get looked at weird anyway to begin with. So we just add that on to the wrestling stigma as a whole, and now you're the weirdo of your group. Of your minority group. And then imagine you have like me, where I'm a jack of all trades, where I'm a crazy sport fanatic. I like wrestling, I like anime, I like video games. But then it's also like, oh, I go sick when UFC and like Bellator are on because I love big boy fighting. Like, so it's like you have, in order for it to be almost accepted, you have to have your hands in so many pots and to still not get looked at as a weirdo. That's really how it goes.
Nah, for real.
At least.
That's facts. Like that is so fact. Nah, like
Go ahead.
what was I gonna say? Like honestly, for me, I knew I was able to distinguish it back in the day because obviously I was 5, 6 years old during the Attitude Era. I was a little ass boy, but every time when Triple H,
I was about to say, when were you little? In utero?
He's like 6'4", 250. Like he's a brick pit house.
I looked a little different in 1999. I was a little different, just a little bit. But nah, every time Triple H would take that sledgehammer out, I used to cry because I thought he was going to kill somebody. And my mom had to run to the room and change the channel every single time. And I wouldn't be able to go to sleep that night.
He's still on to this day. He's still going to watch Triple H hit it.
No,
like, no, Hunter, what are you doing?
Wait, no,
Stop it.
There was one.
He's got a family.
No, but there was one specific time when Triple H was fighting The Rock, and he put The Rock in a casket, and he just started hitting the casket over and over again with the sledgehammer. Yo, that was like, I was freaking out so hard that night. I was like, yo. And then when
his therapist about it, he still the nightmare won't go away. It just keeps hitting it over and over again. And over and over.
His therapist has no idea who these people are. Like, all right, so there's a guy named Paul. He plays another guy named Hunter. And he's fighting this guy, Dwayne, who goes by The Rock. And they're fighting, but they're not really fighting. But it's
No, I can't even front. Yeah, that shit used to creep me the fuck out. Oh, man.
Okay, moving right along.
PTSD.
PTSD is real. Mental health is real. Let's pull back onto the OTTR champ. So, how do you have an interesting dynamic being a female wrestling fan?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard
Yeah.
sometimes with being a female wrestling fan because it's like all the negativity and hate surrounding it. It's like, oh, you don't know anything about it. You just watch this stuff because you like the way these people look. You don't know anything about this. Like, are you
Love
serious?
your shirt. Absolutely love your shirt.
Thank you.
Don't get her started.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, it's like I've been like a lot of us. I've been watching this since I was little, watching it with my family, like early '90s, like WWE stuff, and it's like it's insulting to think that just because you're a girl or female in a male industry like wrestling that you can't be a fan and be knowledgeable about everything that's going around. You're just like, oh, you just watch it because you want to see how hot everybody is. It's like that's not the case. I like seeing the action. I like seeing the fighting. I like seeing the storytelling and the promos and the way everything's built and everything. We as females don't get it easy in this industry.
I definitely think you have
Totally agree with that. I totally agree.
perspective because, like you
He
said,
totally agrees.
Yeah.
we can sit here and it comes from a real ridiculous caveman mindset that like, oh, you're just looking because he has his shirt off, so that's the only thing that interests you.
Yeah.
And that could be the same thing with us with female wrestling. Like, there's no
You with Jade Cargill.
Yeah, Jade Cargill's a very attractive woman, but like we've said here, like she can't wrestle yet. Like
No.
we can separate the two, and I feel like female wrestling fans, the handful that I know, get the same thing that you're saying. So like people seem to think you can't separate the two.
Exactly. And it hurt, and it's like insulting because it's like a lot of us know what we're talking about. It's like there's someone on Twitter who's like, oh, the females, like, they don't count in this whole like AEW New Japan storyline. They only watch like AEW. They don't know anything about New Japan. A lot of us watch both promotions. We're not stupid. Like, give us the benefit of the doubt.
I totally agree, and a lot of the times, you female wrestling fans will know more than the male fans because girls tend to pay attention to things better than guys do. So, from that perspective, it's ridiculous. It is truly ridiculous. But I hear you, Cyber. I don't know. No, go ahead.
Oh, you want me to go now? Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Okay, so let's be honest. In the major promotions, talking WWE, AEW, and Impact, when have we? Well, not. Oh yeah, Impact. Let's just say Impact. When have we seen a Mexican American or a Hispanic World Heavyweight Champion?
The Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio. That's it.
Eddie was the WWE champion. He wasn't a World Heavyweight.
But he was the main champion.
I'm talking about within the last 5 to 7 years.
Oh yeah.
Oh, last 5. Okay.
Yes. No. Yeah. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh damn. Yeah. Nothing.
Really.
Wait. Impact. Pentagon.
When was Pentagon a champion?
Oh yeah. Yep. Pentagon. Right. Yes. Absolutely. Impact. He made his debut and like won it the same night.
Yep.
Really? I don't even remember that. Was that a short reign?
That was what? That was right. What is that? What? 2017, 2018?
And also, we also talk about 7 years. We also had to talk about Del Rio.
Oh yeah. Wait. Branson Del Rio. He won it. What year?
In Impact.
Oh, an Impact. Oh, okay.
Yep,
okay.
That was 2016, 2017. That was when him and Paige were married and going through their shit.
That toxic.
And then got divorced. That
well,
and then
besides
Johnny Depp and Amber Heard ain't got nothing on Del Rio and Paige.
Okay, so besides those two, I mean, I wouldn't
I can only name
Del
5
Rio.
total.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the last 20 years.
Well, my whole aspect on that is it seems like now any of the Hispanic wrestlers are either getting very crappy gimmicks, like
they're putting Lucha Echo Chamber.
Yeah,
that's literally
exactly. It's the only one that realistically I could see if the WWE books him right is Legado. Legado de Fantasma. I mean, he can definitely. He has that charisma. He has that
it thing to him.
That he has that it to him. He's not like any of the Lucha House Party members. He is what you would expect to see like in AAA.
But to me, he's also like a main roster trip from being Future Endeavored.
I think so too.
That's
like
true.
How great he is, how unbelievable, and how because charisma goes a long way. But there's a different set of writers in NXT than there is in the main roster.
Well, these days NXT's writers are kind of trash too, and they're under Bruce Pritchard. So what do you expect?
Imagine him going to Raw, where it's like, oh, you have Damian Priest, who's the other Hispanic guy on the main roster. Actually, I think one of the only guys on the main roster who's Spanish, and now went from his shit feud with Finn, where he was a forced heel, to now being with Edge, which is awesome. But the most I can see out of that is going to be a tag title reign.
It just depends on where.
And he's also like 45, so.
And even to that point, right before this turn with Edge, he was displaying his heritage, Puerto Rican heritage. He had the thing on his tights. He was speaking Spanish. All of that's gone.
But
all of that.
But that also was mainly because he was with Bad Bunny, and you had and the only reason he was with Bad Bunny is because he's also Puerto Rican. So that's the only reason that happened. But that's typical WWE putting Spanish people, and black people, black people.
Oh my God! Well, they love putting black people, That's oh my Lord.
I can tell you this: I will give Vince credit on very few things. The biggest thing that he has going for him is he knows how to read the current world environment very well. Look at when we started having all these riots, when we started having all this stuff in regards to George Floyd and everything else. Who were champions or becoming champions at that time?
Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston.
And then...
Well, Bobby's a little bit after.
Bobby's a little bit after. Then Big E Langston. All of a sudden, you see these black champions now. And I'm like, hold up. What the hell were these guys the past
decade
plus?
And they
because Vince read the room. He read what was going on around him, and he was like, okay, I need to put someone who is African American descent, I need to put them into a title reign right now, because this
that's kind of fucked up though at the same time.
But here's the thing, and when it comes to like what's the word I'm looking for? When it comes to like inclusion, right? If you don't do it when somebody wants it, you're racist. But when you do it when you're being pushed to do it and told to do it, now you're only reacting.
Yeah,
you're not being proactive.
You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Exactly, it's very hard to be like to win that.
Yes,
so you kind of just have to pick a time to do it. But then you have the situation with Big Swole and Tony Khan a few months ago, where like nobody of color was a champion, but then Scorpio Sky just won, and he had like 4 other black wrestlers win, and he's like, oh hey, look, black people are winning on my wrestling show.
But to that point, I feel like we can all fit to the reaction and being for. You can feel that though. You can feel when that's forced. Like
but
Tony
they did
Khan's
it before
reaction,
They did it before it was
reaction feels forced. Like he's doing it to see. Look what I'm doing. I don't want to say it was natural, but the WWE ones didn't feel forced. Didn't feel
Vince and them did it right before it was like, hey, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Because the wrestling world knew, like the minority wrestling fans knew, like there really has been a black champion since like Booker T at this point, and their biggest star to come out of WWE was The Rock, and they don't acknowledge that he's black.
No.
So,
they don't acknowledge.
They literally only acknowledge Peter Maivia and the Anoa'i family, and not Soul Man. Johnson.
I don't completely agree with that notion, because I'll be honest, Jinder Mahal's title reign is completely cool, in my opinion.
He's Canadian.
No.
And Jinder was also only champion to push their expansion to India.
Yeah, because
that was racist because he's Canadian. He's not. He's Canadian.
So like they forced that one. That title reign was
That's the
dog shit.
only
And it
reason
was-
why he got the title. I could tell you this:
Yeah.
if the great Khali was still walking around and
would've got
wrestling
it.
for them,
Had the title.
he would have had the title instead
I
of
don't
him.
think that. I don't think they would.
Why do you think Mansoor wins every single time they go over there? Like,
And why do you think he hasn't been cut?
Why do you think Satnam Singh just debuted in AEW a few weeks ago? Because they're also expanding.
They're trying to
market.
expand it in
Yep. They know
All
what
these
they're
are
doing.
power play moves. That's all it
Yeah, the
is.
thing is, I don't like that. I wish there wasn't a whole external storyline, external motive behind this. Like, it's like
It's a
just
business, Anthony.
Right.
wait, hold on, because God, I don't like to include race in this, but when it comes to a lot of these white wrestlers, they give it to them a lot of times because, hey, I think you could be a star.
Yeah.
I think you got that potential. There doesn't need to be extra motivation or let's look at social media and nothing like that. You know, why can't they do that to a black or a Spanish wrestler? You're a moneymaker. Let's give you the opportunity. Like, come on, man. Like,
it's tough.
we just with the black champions, we just talked about like how literally half of them, were because of external situations. Half of them, like, come on, man.
The problem with being a minority champion in wrestling is you're in an echo chamber. If you're a Latin American wrestler and you're trying to be in the title picture, they're going to try to make you the next Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
And we've seen that too many times.
Mhm.
Guys like
here's another-
Sayonara and it
No,
never
but
works.
It fails a lot of times.
Here's another thing. My favorite wrestler of all time, Eddie Guerrero. He was too small.
Yeah.
He was too small, and that was the thing that Vince constantly held over.
Exactly.
So what did Eddie Guerrero do? Yes, he took steroids. He took a lot of steroids.
Yeah.
If you compare Eddie Guerrero in 2005 to what he looked like in WCW, it was, oh my lord.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
man was looking like me. He was
Yeah.
jacked out of his mind. Okay,
Mhm.
no,
All right, don't pat yourself on the back.
Hey, but again, like, his cause of death, he had an enlarged heart because of the history of analog steroids.
Yeah.
He said he had to get big in order to be considered
Fit
for
the
that
mold.
championship. Yeah, to fit the mold. The same thing with Chris Benoit, and that's why they're not here with us anymore. And it's unfortunate for some of those wrestlers, you know.
No, absolutely, but like the wrestling now has evolved where wrestling doesn't have to be like you're 6'7", 230 pounds, but
Which
like
is fucking great.
when you're Vince McMahon, you're WWE, and you're looking for larger than life, you can't do that with a guy who's 5'10". Because then you're automatically going to be the underdog. You'll always be the underdog no matter where you are. Daniel Bryan, before he was back in AEW, he was literally, arguably in the last 20 years, him and Rey Mysterio are the best underdogs
Oh, they
in
are.
wrestling.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Definitely.
because they were too small. They were just the guys going against giants, just doing
Yeah.
everything you can. Like
Oh,
to
yeah.
them, that's not believable because there's only so many times you can have a guy like Rey Mysterio beat Big Show.
Yeah.
Well, also too, I think we're missing a name out of that list. Is AJ Styles?
Yeah,
Yeah.
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles is arguably the best in the world. The best in the world.
But what do you mean? Are you talking about underdogs?
No, we're talking about size wise and just
Oh, size wise.
being that stigma. He's
Yeah.
literally the same height as Eddie and Benoit.
Oh, really? I didn't know he was that small.
Yeah, he's a small
AJ's
dude.
not that big. You're definitely
Okay.
You're definitely bigger than AJ Styles.
Well, there's one more person as well, Finn Balor.
Yeah,
Finn
Finn Balor, 5'9".
Finn too.
Yeah, and Finn Balor beat Seth Rollins
Yeah.
clean
6'3",
for
215
the
versus
title.
5'10", like 185. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like
Finn's a
that's
small dude.
and then Finn got hurt, and then Vince threw him away,
Yeah.
Basically.
which is so stupid.
Pulled
to
the
me.
whole Toy Story. I don't want to play
Yeah,
with you
you're the broken
anymore.
toy. We don't need you. But then you have like my favorite guy in WWE is Ricochet. Unbelievable,
Yes.
unbelievable, and he will never.
Ricochet.
He'll never get anything because he's not great on the mic and is given shit opportunities. And then it's just like he's really good at selling. So why are you gonna do anything else with him? Just have him just get the shit kicked out of him.
Well, to be honest, though, is I think a lot of his crappy mic work comes from the script that he's given.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Because if you go back and you listen to his promos as Prince Devitt in New Japan,
Mm-hmm.
he's
Wait,
allowed to be
Miles.
a dick. He's allowed to be a dick,
yeah.
and that's where he's the best. Is when he gets to be a condescending asshole.
And I love that. I love that with him. I was like, yes, let him be that in WWE, but
Yeah, but no.
they
But
never
then
will.
even his second
They
run in
never will.
NXT
That's a shame.
was really good. So it's like it's
Yeah.
it's an underrated run because he got to. The only problem is there was no crowd there to also see it, so it's hard to really gauge what the world is thinking. Even though I know that I loved it, it sucks.
Blackheart,
Yeah.
Dukes, y'all got anything on your being a fan experience?
Man, listen, man, y'all took the air out the fucking room. Shit. I'm just sitting back, just letting Cyber just pull out the muscle. I'm like, yo, I don't gotta say anything. I'm like, yo, fan them out.
Well,
But
you got,
I mean,
Dukes?
I'm gonna make my story short
Yeah.
and sweet. My mother was the one that brought me into wrestling, so I'm a dedicated baby because of her. Even with her passing and everything like that, I always try to keep that alive in me. That still, I mean, I don't give a shit what really anyone kind of says about me, but you know, in a certain degree in my heart, I'm still a kid at heart, man. You always gonna be that, especially when you get older. You can't lose certain aspects of yourself just because of people's stigmas about how
Facts.
you should, how you be portraying yourself. You can. This is the problem with people. They don't think like, okay, what's your purpose as a human being in the world? To learn, to grow, and to evolve, right? So you can still maintain a little bit of yourself, but at the same fucking time, your thought process is to learn, to grow, to mature, to evolve into the person that you want to become, not what anyone else thinks. So, which means there's certain people in here that are anime fans. So am I. Shit, I was just watching Recess earlier before we even came on this joint.
Let's go.
Still one of my favorite cartoons of all time because the message behind the whole series itself says a lot about different people, dynamics, psychology, and the way of living. Especially in the kid mentality. And then when you're looking at the playground is just like one big country. And how the country is run by certain people and certain, you know what I'm saying? It's just the way that like, you can break it down psychologically, it makes sense. And that's what a lot of these old school cartoons have, not these new school bullshit that's out right now. So, but I know how to balance it. So I know for me, as a wrestling fan, it's just for me, it's a male soap opera for me. Women can have soap opera, watch the shit, daytime television and shit. I watch that shit on prime time.
Exactly.
You know? So at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Just have fun. That's all it is.
Basically, that's all.
Don't try it at home.
And
Do
then
not try it at home.
Women, and if your girl doesn't appreciate you being a wrestling fan, kick her ass. You know, so kick her ass out.
Nah, Anthony.
You one that'd be like, you know what, babe, and you want to watch wrestling, go ahead. I'd be like, thank you.
Anthony, try it at home and puts hair on your chest. I got put in the walls.
Shout to my girl for that. Babe, I'm gonna let you watch your wrestling match and call me later.
I was 7 years old being put in the walls of Jericho all the time.
You were at Best Buy getting the
No, I put Homeboy in the sharpshooter at Best Buy.
There's actual footage.
There's an actual Dylan. Put the picture in right here. We used to, whenever we did a good sale, we would send pictures out to like the district or whatever, and people were just taking pictures of the receipts like it's normal. I'm like, nah, I got this. Hey, get on the floor. I'm putting you in the sharpshooter, and I'd set up, go ahead, and Breezy would always be the ref in my pictures. I got put in the crippler crossface. Like we had a grand old time. And this is what 23-year-old me.
Because I'm over like, who's the supervisor? Like right now, like who's watching?
My boss was the one taking the pictures.
You had better supervisors than me.
Say what you want about Kristen. She would let me do me. Which she didn't do with a lot of other people.
A lot.
I guess I'm last. So
yeah,
best for last.
Well, I'm kind of different because I'm a mixed breed. So
oh, you're a mutt.
You know,
what
was that?
Wait, what?
I said, oh, he's a mixed breed, so he's a mutt.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of hard trying to sit there and say like, yeah, I'm Samoan, but I am. I'm 50% Samoan, 50% Jamaican. Growing up, I have my uncles take me to wrestling and just watching wrestling. It was kind of a great deal for me, but it's kind of hard growing up and actually hear those type of questions of, are you related to The Rock? Are you related to Rikishi?
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all? Wait, come on. You're not wrestling? Damn, you should be a part of
Oh,
wrestling.
okay. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Dukes, but let me ask you a quick question here. You said you're 30% one thing and you're 30% the other. That's only
I said
60%.
Right?
I thought he said
50.
I thought he said 30. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I thought you said 32, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
I was gonna let him rock.
And more,
I was
Yeah.
gonna let him rock.
I was about to say that's that Steiner math right there. That's that Steiner
I never
math.
asked you that question in high school either. I never even asked you that.
What?
That whole, oh, you Samoan? How come that you ain't training for wrestling? I never said that to you at once in high school, so that's bullshit.
No, but there's other people. Like, if you get there's people that's outside just of high school that be like, "Yo, you're Samoan? Are you ready?
No.
Are you ready to the Rock?"
I can't depict that then, because I don't travel with you after high school was over. So,
Yeah, so just imagine like, yo, I'll just be like, yeah, I am ready to the Rock.
take it till you make it.
Wait. And it'll be sometimes it'll be the females that ask me too, like, "Oh, you're Samoan? Yes. Are you ready to the Rock? Yes.
I'm about to say.
Oh, can I get his number? Oh, let me get yours. I'll have him call you. That'll really be me."
Pull out that low shit and that Vaseline on them, and you know what the fuck happens next.
Hey,
Grease monkey.
I'm like, turn off the lights, like Teddy Pendergrass. It's on. But not on some real seriousness. It was like, yo, you know what? Just growing up in that perspective time era, it was like I was a part of the mainstream of WCW, ECW, WWE, WWF at that time. Loving the NWO. We got real with I think was it Kevin Nash, Rey Mysterio outside, and
Have the dart throw.
yes, everybody thought it was real when the cops came. Watching DX form and how they put Mankind and Terry Funk in the dumpster. Or the New Age Outlaws put them in the dumpster and toss them outside.
My legs.
And no lie, I already was saying thing like, yo, all my years, I was like, yo, is Mankind really a stunt double? Like a stunt dummy. I'm like, yo, I have never seen a wrestler take this much hits in my damn life. And ECW was more so watching my beloved character Sandman drink a whole lot of beer and hit people with Kindle sticks. My guy, I love him. I love that wrestler to death. Because that's what I want to do: sit back and drink and hit people with Kindle sticks. I actually tried that one time and I got my ass beat. No bullshit, real life. I sat there. I just had a little beer.
I think I might shaking his head.
Next, you know, my mom seen it. My mom seen it, and she was like, "What are you doing?" I watched him. Next, you know, I was a young kid. I was like 10. Look, DX got me in trouble a couple times. Look, I'm like this.
He was going on that B side on that black cable box, and he went a little bit too far.
Look, listen. I got in trouble.
But those old heads that know about the black cable boxes, y'all should know.
Oh, got it.
He was up in them 80s. He was up in them 80s.
Listen, I'll put this.
Don't be going past 21 to 26.
I will say is this, no lie. I know a whole lot of y'all got in trouble for at least by doing a DX. Say a teacher or a student to suck it.
Big Red Machine.
No lie.
That was
Nah.
for me.
Don't lie, because that's why you're laughing, because you know it's true.
Nah, it wasn't.
I
It
bet
wasn't.
you.
I just gave you an example.
I bet you y'all was like this.
Bloomberg.
I bet one of y'all was like this the whole entire time. You know what? Suck it. And y'all probably did that DX chop. That shit y'all got in trouble.
I still do it.
Oh, you had to.
I work at a bank. I'm still doing it.
Hey,
Your loan application's been
I
declined.
did, man. Shit, I was this week. I was like, yo, then I'm like, so I got 2 or 3 this.
hey, but that's how it is.
Oh, you want to open up a business account?
Fuck you.
Oh, you want to apply for a
Make
credit
it
card?
wrong.
Try again later.
That is
Oh,
wonderful
man.
influence wrestling that wrestling has on us. I mean,
All right, we had.
I was gonna.
Respect. Suck it.
I mean, we've got Dylan's trivia on deck. I kind of was gonna just go into the trivia, but I also feel like I want to get one more rant out of Dukes, and I know this question will get him going. So I just got to go to Dukes. Go ahead. We gave our what we love about wrestling. Go ahead and let it out. What do you hate about wrestling right now? What is bothering you?
Oh God, you're really opening that box.
Oh no.
Oh,
What is bothering you about wrestling right now? Because
Oh.
Blackheart always shuts you down whenever you get ready to go. But I'm gonna give you the full. Go ahead, just let it out, man.
wait,
Just
wait,
go ahead.
Dukes, Dukes, before you even start, I never shut you down. I let you have your moments. Do not ever try to say I never fucking do. Before you even start. That's all bullshit, Mikey. You know it. You know how long you've been on Irish for 5 fucking seasons? There's a lot of evidence in all the fucking audio. Just say it for the record, folks. Don't make this man paint me as a fucking Hitler.
He can paint me like that all he wants. All I'm gonna say is,
Right.
You know,
Blackheart,
we were having a great fun conversation, and here comes Siren.
Nigga, up
Mess
smart,
it up
Mike.
again.
You threw me under the bus with that one, man. And
I'm just saying.
I did nothing, man. I was innocent.
Relax. Oh man, hold on.
I trying to do this to me.
That's what I hate.
That R. Kelly shit.
Views from under the bus. What's it like?
All right.
Now I know what it feels like. So now I understand.
All right. I hate.
I hate.
This is like SpongeBob writing the essay, and it takes 45 minutes writing the.
No.
Or he was trying to spell out fun.
No. I hate Vince McMahon's old 70-year-old ass.
76.
76, 78, 84, doesn't really goddamn matter. Shit. That motherfucker right there, man.
I'm 76.
Yeah, he's 76, all right. I got 13 size shoes that's waiting for his ass. Look, I'll put it like this.
I thought it was 50.
Look, I'm talking about. Look here, goddammit. Don't plagiarize me.
I'm fucking holding you today.
Don't try to manipulate me. Goddammit.
What's happening right now?
Listen,
It's going off the rails.
listen, I'll put it like this.
Let me have it, bitch.
Yo, this McMahon is the real reason why I hate wrestling. I hate part of wrestling. Just because of what he does
No, not much.
to wrestling. I don't care about the money he makes, but just the product he actually produces.
Mm.
How what he is able to do, and how you will put wrestling. How you gonna sit there and make a wrestler the next John Cena? this Austin Theory character.
Thank you. I hate Austin Theory.
I hate
Oh, wait,
this
wait, it's
motherfucker
Theory
too.
now.
Wait, my bad. Theory.
Hate him even more.
Theory.
That little bitch Theory. I hate that little motherfucker.
Let the hate consume you.
Yeah.
This ain't
I don't
even.
know.
You better not tell him
Well-
that because he's going to start stuttering and tripping over
No,
his
no,
own
no,
words
no,
more
no,
and more.
Good.
It's been just
I need
fine
it.
lately.
I need it in my
No,
veins.
no. I'm not gonna stutter. I'm not gonna do anything just because how much hate I have and the passion of him, Charlotte, the only Flair.
Get up.
Charlotte, how we keep seeing her, how the simple fact of the matter is y'all keep pushing her like Roman Reigns back in the goddamn day. I don't know why y'all keep pushing this old bitch. Y'all should let her go to AEW with her man.
Oh no, no, no,
Andrade,
please,
but-
no,
But
Freeze over there.
wait. You ain't let me finish.
Go ahead.
Oh.
I'm
But
sorry.
then again, on top of that, if she does go over there, then I had to roast them even more. So matter of fact, just retire, bitch. Shit.
Oh damn! Tell him why you mad.
I'm tired of seeing her ass on goddamn TV.
Let the
I'm
hate
tired,
consume you.
I'm tired of seeing Becky Lynch look like goddamn Max Rider and shit.
Oh shit. Good point.
I'm tired of seeing the mother. I'm tired of Cody Rhodes being all happy. Let that man be how he was in New Japan. That's why I love that dude. But now y'all want to keep this dude happy like he's Rey Mysterio. It won't work, my guy. That's why AEW kicked your ass out. Cause you want to be happy. No, we like the New Japan character. We use the evil badass motherfucker. There's more to the mix. I hate when you do this 24/7 title.
Oh, do not
Take
get me
that
started on that. Do not get me started on that.
Give it the burial.
Wait. I'll park this. I get a shovel right now.
Yes, you can.
Blackheart, I want you to get the Bible. I'll dig a grave real quick.
Yep.
We can probably steal that title. Put that son of a bitch right up in it. And then have a proper burial.
Yep.
Everybody got good words for the 27 title?
I'll put taps
Wait.
in right now. I'll
Wait.
play taps the whole time this is going.
If nobody don't have no good words, all right, we close this some bitch shut and let that shit be tied. Woo! Now on top of this, Vince, I still want to get your ass. I still want to beat your old ass.
Man, you're going to be flopping worse than he did when he tried to take that stunner at WrestleMania.
Man.
But this, that's cool. Look, one thing's first. I ain't a wrestler. I may look like one, but I ain't. One thing I'll do though is probably spare his ass, knock his ass out. But then again, they might get the cops on me like they did to my twin brother.
I
I
love
was about to say the same thing.
I love it.
And that's wait just a little bit more.
Please.
I'm sorry, but y'all ruining my tag division.
Mike, he needs a solo, man. Just give him his solo.
Y'all ruining my tag division so much. Y'all got no more tag teams out there. Y'all keep doing the same tag teams all over again. I thought it was worse was Usos and New Day. Nah, y'all killed that shit automatically. Now it's Arcade Bro. Who are Chavo's kids? I'm sorry if y'all Spanish and Latinos out there. I'm sorry, but Chavo's kids is I don't know what to call them. Street Profits, American Alpha, American Academy, or whatever. It's something with Alpha in it. Y'all should have him as. I'm sorry for the Philip Chad Gable because honestly, y'all should make that dude the new Kurt Angle. Oops, my bad. Y'all will never do that shit. So you know what? Fuck it. fuck you, WWE. You ain't shit, bitch. And I swear to you, when I sit there and see Vince McMahon, I'm whooping your ass on straight sight. Hands down, no bullshit. This is just me, not no one else, just me. This 5 seasons, I'm still waiting for you, motherfucker. Y'all know what you did to me the first time when I said that shit. Y'all took my goddamn mic off. No, I'm unplugged now, motherfuckers. Come find me. I'm right here. Son of a bitches.
Well,
Thought I was going to need to get my blanket and pillow at the rate that was going.
Oh, no,
I mean, it was all worth
he
it.
still
It paid
remember the
off.
first time when they cut off his microphone. He still remember that.
He still remembers it. He still
Mike, if we
remembers
weren't
it to this
monetizing
day.
this before, we're definitely not doing it now because he just threatened a whole
Yeah,
ass
we're
like
definitely-
80-year-old man.
We're definitely not getting paid. We're not getting paid for this episode. This episode's not making money.
Oh nah, man! It's just that you're about to get a reputation to be like, yo, these guys, bring them back.
Yeah, no, he needs to come back.
They're gonna be like, yo, bring them motherfuckers back.
Hey, I don't
I mean,
care.
this-
God damn. Mike, you
I don't really have-
did it. You did it. So
Yeah, Mike, you
I
did
got
do
what I
it. You
wanted.
set yourself up.
I got exactly what
I
I wanted.
enjoyed that.
Yeah, I got exactly what I wanted
I
out of that.
enjoyed that.
Oh wait,
That shit in my veins.
Wait. So podcast Poppy, right? So if
Yeah.
you think his tirade was worse, imagine all of us in the same circle
Mm-hmm.
on a weekly fucking basis here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all. That's a lot to digest.
I gotta start watching.
And
that
don't
shit.
get me started on the WWE women's division, their plastic surgery squad, man.
Oh.
Particularly Natalia.
Please no. Lord, no.
I can go like a half hour just talking about that and just on my own, just freaking venting. Like I said something in a Facebook wrestling group, and Blackheart was like, "Don't get this man started. Don't get him started." We were talking about it was on a picture of Natalia's sister. She started up an OnlyFans or something.
Yeah.
And that's where it started, and it has not stopped since. And it's actually just gotten worse.
Oh no, it got real worse.
Oh no, I've had the WWE cut me off mid rant. Like they heard me going, and all of a sudden it was just like, where'd he go?
He's dumb.
it happened.
Well, Mad Producer, I'm out of questions. I don't know if you have anything else for our guest.
Not questions, but I got trivia. Dylan, hit the music. So how was
The music,
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Whoa!
Picture.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know my damn screen.
Yeah, that's a baldy.
Yes, it is.
yes,
All
Dylan
right.
didn't have hair. at the time of the
Wait, come on. Yo, is that John Silver?
Oh,
Huggy!
picture.
Huggy!
Johnny Hungy. All right, I got multiple choice trivia for y'all. So when I ask the question, I'll give 10 seconds, or I'll give 15 seconds, and then y'all tell me your answers.
What? Time out! Whoa, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Arrangement of WrestleNary right now, and I'm calling you out, Mike. What the fuck is this?
Well, so I had to
Oh,
change
we-
it because there's so many of us.
Bullshit.
Because usually what I do is, everybody gets 3 questions of their own. They have 30 seconds, and then we move to the next person. We have way too many people
Okay.
for here to do that. So I have to change my
Mike,
format.
Hey, yo, listen, I'm on to
Listen,
You
this
gonna
is
try
the
to
best
steal
part of
your
the show.
shit?
Just shout the shit out.
This is called Dylan's Trivia, but this is also AKA Anthony Doesn't Know Shit. So I'm
Yes.
just-
So in case you guys didn't know this, there's a running gag. There's a running gag that Anthony doesn't know shit about shit. And he's literally gotten in the 5 episodes we've been doing this. 24 episodes. I've done maybe 20 episodes with trivia. And he's gotten maybe 4 answers total correct.
Oh boy.
It's been like
I've gotten
4,
5.
and then
I've gotten
sometimes
5.
it's like 8 question trivia, 7 question trivia. So he's batting like 167.
Hey, I'm a Reds fan, so
It's terrible.
matches up. Shit.
It's not great. So the goal.
All
My
right.
goal is to. I always try to make sure that Anthony can't get a question right. Like I need to. One of these days, I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna listen to everything, and I'm actually gonna get a batting average going for Anthony because it's fucking terrible. It's fucking terrible. So we're gonna get it started going now.
Spotlight, Dylan. We're gonna get that spotlight layout for you.
Let me go right there. Thank you. I'll take it in my own hands.
You got it.
All right. All right. First question.
I'm not ready.
What was the name of Randy Orton's original finishing move? A, the superplex. B, the RKO. C, the overdrive. Or D, the spine buster. Your 15 seconds starts now.
Jeez.
You need like flashcards?
No, just yell me your answer when the time's up. I'll go one by one. All right, and your time is up. Mike, A, superplex. B, RKO. C, overdrive. D, spine buster.
I feel like it was the spine buster.
Anthony, A, superplex. B, RKO. C, overdrive. D, spine buster.
I want to say overdrive.
Blackheart, A, superplex. B, RKO. C, overdrive. D, spine buster.
See.
Dukes, A, superplex. B, RKO. Charlene,
C.
Cyber.
C.
Literally everybody but Big Mike gets that one correct.
Bing, bing, bing.
Yes.
Overdrive.
Yes.
Where,
Yeah, bruh.
fun fact, the overdrive is the worst finishing move in all of wrestling, and anybody could argue me because that shit's stupid.
And that was like MVP does.
Yeah, it's literally MVP's finishing move. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen,
Exactly.
and it's not great, and I don't know what it does. It hurts you more than it hurts
Oh,
the other
so
person.
Mike, so this is answering your question about wrestling area, and then now I can be a contestant, and yeah, I can still make my own answer. Yeah, just so you don't talk about that shit last week.
All right. What
don't
was the
worry,
name
I'm
of
gonna
Dean
win.
Ambrose's potted plant?
Oh, if I get this wrong, kill me.
Oh
A.
shit.
A. Craig.
Start with me.
B.
Please.
Mitch. C. Terrence. D. Kobe.
Start with me.
Okay.
Yeah, start with Char. 'Cause what,
15,
literally whatever Char
15
says, that's
seconds
the answer.
starts now.
I don't even need it. I don't even need this time. I already know it.
If y'all have your answers, I'll say fuck the 15 seconds. We'll just keep
Yeah,
going.
fuck the 15 seconds. Then.
All right. Char.
It's Mitch.
Cyber.
I'm gonna go with Mitch.
Man.
Dukes.
I'll go with what Char said, bitch.
Right. We're all going with Mitch Simon.
Mike, Anthony, either one of you change it up.
Whatever Char said, that's what it is.
I know this one.
The answer is B, Mitch. Mitch the potted plant.
All right.
Go find me another inanimate object that more over than Mitch was.
Thank you, Char.
No, that was a.
You're welcome.
That could be a John Moxley question, so she would know that off rep.
Yes.
That was such a wild time in wrestling where he's like, oh, this is Mitch. And everyone's like, Mitch, Mitch, Mitch.
Wow. Like a John Moxley question, my shark got this shit.
I got it.
Who was the valet for Epico and Primo?
Oh, what's that?
You're A, Melina. B, Summer Rae. C, Eve Torres. D, Rosa Mendez.
You start with me. D.
Oh,
D. I think it's
D.
D.
Me, man. D.
It's D.
Yes, it is Rosa Mendez.
I just jumped on my bandwagon for that one, but it's okay.
That's what I was leaning towards anyway.
Oh, damn, Sean. Fuck that.
All right. In 2007, Kurt Angle faced this person in a winner-take-all match for the TNA World Title, IWGP World Title, the X Division Title, and the Tag Team Titles at Hard Justice.
I know the answer.
A, AJ Styles. B, Jeff Hardy. C, Samoa Joe. D, Christian Cage.
I know the
D.
answer.
Samoa Joe.
Cyber.
I think I'm gonna go with C. I think I'm gonna follow Blackheart on this.
Charlene.
I don't know. I'm leaning more towards A. I don't Yeah.
Dukes.
Damn, it might be. You know what? I'm going with AJ.
That's what I
Anthony.
Man, I'm gonna say Samoa Joe.
All right. Who picked C? Raise your
I did.
hands.
Which
You
one
three
is
would be
C?
correct. Samoa Joe.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
Samoa Joe.
Yes.
One of my favorite wrestling feuds in the last like 20 years is that they just both decided to get all the wrestling belts and just fight each other. That's when what
Put
I
on
think.
a clinic of a match.
Oh,
Samoa Joe was a damn beast at that time.
That's when Kurt Angle went and beat Brock Lesnar in Japan for the title.
Was that Perk Kurt?
That was right
Yeah.
when
Yes.
Kurt started becoming crazy. Because he went and lost mad weight like the next year
Yeah,
and was
did the moonsault.
sentoning off
No,
the stage.
fucking ridiculous.
oh,
I was like, Brody, you my hero, but what the fuck's going on, man? It's like you a fucking.
Like you're on a whole different level.
Angle's is one of the best wrestlers of all time. Hands down. He was a wild man. Wild man. All right. How many tag titles have the New Day won? A, 8. B, 6. C, 5. D, 9.
Damn.
got it.
I've got it, but
B 9 and C 8.
8.
8.
9.
9.
I might got that one wrong, man.
9.
I might be off one.
All of you are wrong.
Oh, what?
It's only 5.
Get the
Oh.
fuck out of here.
Oh
Only
yeah,
5.
that's right. Because
It's
they
only
made a
5.
huge deal with King Booker about winning
Yeah.
5 times.
They've only won 5. They just had really long reigns.
Yeah, I know. That must have been it. Cause I was like, yo, it felt like they were tag champions like all the fucking time. Like, then they would lose it, get it back, and get it.
Yeah, no, they really have only had the belt 5 times.
That's crazy.
That is.
I mean, it felt like something to me.
That's hard to believe, man.
It
Yeah,
is.
They just
That's
had
when
the
you know.
longest.
That's when you know that the company has to go to them to wear the belts because it's the only way that they're gonna.
Because it was literally like Usos New Day. Usos.
Yeah.
No, literally, yeah. It
There's
seems
no
like it's a
other
lot more.
teams.
No.
Exactly.
I'm like, how many times is the New Day gonna face the Usos? Like, god damn.
They're gonna be 16-time World Tag Team champions. What you
At
talking
this
about?
point,
It was like it was like when DX3 against the Spirit Squad like every other week, man.
All right. Cody beat this wrestler on the first ever episode of Dynamite.
Oh come on, Sammy
it's easy. It's Sammy.
Come on,
Sammy Guevara.
Come on.
I mean, y'all are ruining it for the other 2 guys in here. You guys are fucking.
what's the other 2 guys, man? You got wrestling fans.
So, Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, MJF for Sean Spears.
You know what? I got to say this about Sean Spears. He's become a worse jobber in AEW
Than
than
he
he
ever
was in
was.
WWE.
At least he had a better gimmick in WWE. Where
Dude, I was at the Royal Rumble the year he came out, number 10. That pop in that arena was huge.
He's
All
never
right,
a good
final
number one,
question.
He's a great number 2.
Final question: who did Jake the Snake Roberts let his snake bite?
Macho
Hey.
Man Randy Savage.
Hulk
Yes,
Hogan.
Macho
Yeah.
Man.
Macho Man. See, Lex
Macho.
Luger,
Macho
Dino.
Man.
Macho Man.
All right, so Blackheart, Charlene, and Cyber are all tied, while Mike,
Yeah, bitch.
Anthony, and Dukes. L's. Great job,
Damn.
and Charlene. You guys, great job.
Hey.
Yeah.
all right, well, that was
Oh,
fun.
man.
I'm upset because I definitely feel like Anthony was leeching off.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Whoa. When you asked me what was Randy Orton's original finishing move, I was the first one to say it.
To be fair,
I was.
Well, Big Mike thought a fucking spine buster was Randy Orton.
Right,
And this is what you can expect from Big Mike for WrestleMania Backlash.
If anything, like you could have went with Superplex because like his fucking dad. But like,
That was too obvious. That was too obvious.
At
That's why I
first,
didn't do it.
originally, First, originally it was him jumping off the top rope
That
in a full
stupid
body
fucking
press.
flash, yeah.
Yeah, and then he would get the pin combination that way, and that would be the finish. But then they switched it up. That was the second go around. Then that was when the RKO kind of gave birth afterwards, and then they stuck with that. Everything. So, Mike, that proves your little theory. Thank you. I'll take my apology now.
About what?
You was always saying that, oh, the wrestling area, I always give you some bullshit ass questions and shit like that. But now when the table is reversed, I stood tall.
I mean,
You did get the questions
Hey,
wrong.
I'm not
Mike.
even the host.
You did get the questions wrong, Michael.
Man, Mike is all quiet over there. Big quiet.
Right.
So there's also
You're
another
saying, like,
running
your ego
theme.
hurt, all type of shit.
Whenever it comes to the other trivia, Mike also like loses at the buzzer a lot.
Oh, wait a minute.
Mike will get himself to like the final round to where it's a sudden death question, and then he just chokes and loses.
No.
Damn,
Yes.
right?
It was
It's
neck
that
and neck
why-
where they're just literally
Hey, Mike.
the same
And-
question, first person to answer it, go, and he just loses off the rail.
And get this. And in the times that he does win, this ugly mug pops up.
You can't get rid of me.
Can't get rid of me. Open the door.
Let
Gonna
me
get rid of you
in.
on Sunday. Don't worry about that.
Man, you're gonna be back under my boot again. What you talking about?
I will be back on the pod next week. Sport this bad boy on the show.
Oh, no, you're
all I got.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Once again.
Shar, you
Not
gotta
on
step
my
it up with the
watching.
big boys.
Not on my watch, it ain't.
And I'm still waiting for Mike's apology, B. Yo, man, you ain't off the hook tonight. I'm still waiting for my apology, B. And we ain't leaving until when I actually motherfucking get it.
Oh.
An apology for what? The rest of the trivia?
Yeah, motherfucker. I outlast you on your home field, and I whipped your ass. Just
Well,
like-
I wouldn't call it his
You
home field. It's my
Okay.
home field because I control that shit.
Okay, so
You so I went against all three of y'all.
Big Mike.
Actually, we did.
The segment is literally called Dylan's Trivia. It's literally Dylan.
Mike knows nothing of my trivia. I always
Mike.
know nothing.
you are like
picture
Tessa
is
Blanchard.
literally-
There's always a tear between you and Blackheart.
Look
And
at
me.
the picture. Look at the picture. That has nothing to do with me.
That looks nothing like you in all
Still.
fairness.
Still, he made a claim that if the role was reversed, how would it played out? He got his example today.
Hey, next time we do this,
On
Mike,
your
why don't you run the
platform, by the
trivia?
way.
Why don't you run the trivia, Mike?
Exactly. Let me run the trivia, and then all of it will be silenced.
That way, y'all can actually get your head-to-head going there and see who's really controlling what narrative. See what I did there? Wrestling, control your narrative.
Oh, they're gonna be signed to Impact within a year.
Oh yeah, or they're gonna sign
Oh.
Tessa Blanchard because she can't go anywhere else,
Oh yeah,
they're gonna
she's
be
already
signed
had a
for
fallout with
first
women of wrestling already.
Yeah.
and they'll just have her wrestling brooms and shit because that's it. She has a problem with everybody else,
She should just stop wrestling.
which sucks because she's
Yeah.
unbelievable, but she's fucking a terrible person.
No, I put no bull. I'm sorry to say it. Tessa Blanchard gonna go to AEW ROH.
She ain't
And
going
just
there.
wrestle in ROH.
Oh, she's not.
She had
No,
her
she
shot.
is not.
She had her shot. Once she got done with Impact, it was over.
Go for that
Yeah.
right now.
WWE tried her in the fucking Mae Young Classic
hmm
and a shit show backstage.
Yeah, she's burned bridges everywhere she's gone. She's not going to need to.
AEW won't poke her with a fucking 40-foot
No.
You have to
pole
go overseas.
The only option is exactly go
She has to go to
overseas, go to
Japan.
New Japan,
or Stardom or something.
Stardom or
Just,
something.
Stardom.
Yeah,
Go to
there's
Germany.
nothing left for her. She's done.
But
No.
then she's going to be going up against the likes of Kyrie.
Yep.
Kyrie's a phenomenal wrestler when she's with Stardom and in New Japan and stuff. She's an amazing wrestler. And I can tell you this, I think Tessa Blanchard would be biting off more than she can chew if she was to do that.
Oh, absolutely.
They would work her so stiff too.
Oh God, yes.
Oh,
Especially
so
people
stiff.
who used to be in the States that had to work with her before. Oh, she'd be getting stiff shotted left and right. Because that's the reason why Shinsuke Nakamura left New Japan and went to NXT, is because he wasn't taking stiff shots like he was about over there.
Yeah.
So
Which sucks. Imagine being her dad. Like being this unbelievable figure in wrestling and just like I can't bring my daughter here, sorry. Like no, I'm a legend in this realm, and you're using my name and you fucking ruin it. You're ruining what I've done.
Yeah.
Like the money she could have made, the
She's
rivalry
walking
they
money.
could have did
It's just
with her and
It's
Charlotte.
it's just
Like,
her
the
character.
money her and Charlotte could
She's
have
ruined
made
it for herself.
I honestly think, just from these stories that I've heard and read about on her, like especially the whole situation about when she was in NXT and Ricochet was there and they were dating, you know, he was literally this close from getting freaking booted from WWE because they were starting to believe her about things that were going on between them two.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I honestly think now more than ever, especially now since she tried to help get Women of Wrestling's promotion back up, and this happens, I honestly think it might be something psychological, something mental that might be wrong with her.
She literally
that's
can't
causing
get
these
out of her
problems.
own way.
No.
Yeah. No,
But-
she
but-
can't.
I don't think there's been anybody in wrestling who's fumbled the bag worse than her.
Yeah.
Ryback.
Especially at her age.
Yep, there we go.
Like-
There he is.
Wait. Teddy Hart.
There he is.
So right back.
Every time he asks what promotion he should go to, everybody says retire.
Retire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, one more person.
Jesus.
Everybody know, if y'all a real wrestling fan, y'all should know this person by now. Teddy Hart.
Yep. Teddy Hart, but Teddy Hart, when he was like really popular, like mid 2000s, going into 2010s, wrestling wasn't as like big on a global stage as it is now, where people who've literally could never have watched like Impact or Tessa Blanchard's run as the Impact World Heavyweight Champion,
Yeah.
like know of these horror stories of Tessa Blanchard, and she. It was like, say what you want about her as a person, she's money in the ring, absolute money, unbelievable. Like the feud you could have of Tessa and Charlotte writes itself. Like that can main event a WrestleMania and be huge for decades of like older wrestling fans. They're like, oh, I watched their dads, now I'm watching their daughters do this on the main stage. Like bag fumble.
Yeah. And here's the thing too. There are small rumblings going around, and I'm honestly kind of starting to believe it just due to the fact of what she's been doing lately. Is there's a rumor going around that Charlotte Flair is trying to push for a men's title right now, especially with the way that she's been treating Drew Gulak.
Yeah.
Have you seen what she's been doing to him?
Poor Drew.
I mean, poor freaking Drew. I mean, to be honest, I would have much rather gotten released than to do that.
Yeah.
crap.
Exactly.
I
But
don't
if
see
they-
WWE doing an intergender thing at all.
Nah.
Well, no, I
They
think
did
they
that
would.
back in the day.
I
but
think they
it's
would
a
do
lot
it more
different
like
now.
a child.
Yeah, it's a lot different now. Back in the day, we know what they were doing back in the day.
Yeah.
It's a lot different now. Like I don't. If they were to ever do that, I'd be in complete shock because I just wouldn't believe it. I just wouldn't believe it.
Well, they're actually testing that out with the 24/7 title. I mean, look what they're doing.
Yeah, but
with
that's just
Oh, but that title sucks.
Yeah, but
Wish they'd get rid of that.
They're still not touching the women. Dana Brooke had the title, and all the guys just stopped and looked at her like she had a force field over her body.
yeah, you had the Dudley Boys putting Mae Young through a table. That ain't gonna happen. No
Somebody
more.
listen, man. Listen. If you had Pentagon, Super Kick, and Tay Conti at AAA, why can't you have someone over here in WWE just get rid of Super Kick and then just get the pen?
no. I get it. I get it. But like,
Get it?
it's
But
different.
Are they going to do that?
Bullshit.
No.
But yeah,
No,
some
Vince
ain't gonna
let that happen.
It's the PG era, man. PG era.
How's that justifiable? You're taking away the men's masculinity when it comes to this shit.
Yeah, they are.
You're pulling a Will Smith shit out your fucking ass, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you're doing with the WWE 24/7 bullshit that you put on every fucking week with our fucking show, making him a gimmicky fucking goofball.
Shout out to Ty for eating that super kick though. She took that shit great.
Oh, she took it like a champ, man.
She took it
Yeah.
awesome. She did a great sell on
because
it.
you know Penta throws a stiff super kick.
Oh,
You
he
know
does.
He does. Jesus Christ.
good for her for actually be like, yeah, let's do it too.
What would have been even better is if she started bleeding from the nose or something. I don't like seeing blood. I hate seeing blood. I don't like seeing blood coming from women when they do those kinds of matches, but oh my god, it would have been a perfect place to have it with her. Taking a super kick from freaking Penta and just lying there on the floor. Just all coming out everywhere.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, we've reached that fun part of the show. Gotta tell our viewers to hit that like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button. We're gonna hit those solos. Have everybody get on out of here. Let's start with Dukes.
Okay then.
I mean, we can switch this. We can close this and go to a regular sports one if you want.
We can do that too. We can do that.
We can do a quick little run around before we dip out of here. That's fine. And if we got blessed out with something on the speak on it, which is y'all talking about sports, we'll do something. Get the fans a little other side of us. So why not?
That works for me.
What type of sports?
Dukes
What type of sports you gonna talk about it?
Well, we'll talk about it in a minute.
Playoffs? You want to talk about playoffs?
Playoffs. Playoffs. You talk about playoffs?
You want to talk about
Fuck James Harden.
Playoffs?
Yeah, fuck James Harden.
This sports show is going to be good. Dukes, give me your goodbyes.
Goodbyes. All right.
Goodbye. He's done.
Damn.
All right. You know what? Shout out to the hoes.
Did you say shout out to the hose?
Yes, he did. He definitely did.
You know what? Absolutely. Shout out to the hose.
Shout out to the strippers.
Oh my lord.
Shout out to the strippers who have friends that are hoes.
Oh man.
Oh lord.
Shout out to everybody that came on the show and wowed out. Shout out for the drink I'm gonna have later on tonight. Well, early this morning. You know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna make it short. I'll make it short and sweet. Fuck you, WWE. You ain't shit, bitch. On top of that, fuck you, R-Truth. You're a goddamn sellout. Dirty motherfucker, you.
Yes, dude.
Black bastard.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Yes.
It's just how we gonna do it right here. This podcast. We out, bitch.
Speak on it.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it as always. You can find me all my social medias at Cyber Yeti, except on YouTube. It's Cyber Yeti 2016. And by next week, there will be a new champion.
Yeah, you can dream.
New.
Yeah, you can dream on. Hey,
dream Char, you can keep on talking your little kindergarten trash talk all you want, but it's still gonna happen. And you know what, Mike, you're never gonna get rid of me, man. You can try to keep me in the back on the podcast and everything else, but I'm still gonna be popping up. I'm still going to be living in your head, so it's all good.
Rent free.
There you go. Catchphrase. I'm gonna copyright that. But again, guys, we appreciate y'all as always. And real talk, Mike, we appreciate you inviting us on your show. We do appreciate it as always.
Our OTTR champion.
With that little toy.
Shut up, Cyber.
Leave her alone, yo.
I don't want to. It's fun.
I don't care what you want.
It doesn't matter what you want.
Oh, someone that's been watching The Rock's early promos.
All you do is sit there and talk shit about Mike, and you're forgetting who's actually holding the gold right now, buddy. Like, what?
Buddy.
If you think I'm giving this title,
She's getting
this title stay with me. But in all honesty, thanks, Big Mike, for having us on. Much appreciated. It was a great time.
Be short and sweet. That's perfect. Anthony.
Yes. Thanks. Like and subscribe. Follow us everywhere. You follow me on Instagram, Enoch313. Follow me on Facebook. This was definitely a chaotic one this week, but very good altogether. And yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
You never know when chaos will come knocking.
Hey yo, it's the boss on Big FL. You know what I'm saying? The head honcho of the Operation Blackheart. Thank you for for this collaboration right here to Speak on the podcast. Big Mike, you still ain't shit, bitch. By the way.
Thank
you. Nah, but that's my dog over here. You fuck with him. Make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe notifications as well for their channel as well as ours. We'll be back up for WrestleNary tomorrow, where Dylan is going to be one of my contestants. And let's see if I can test this gangster in his wrestling knowledge. So bring your A game tomorrow, Dylan. And as for everyone else, make sure that you tune in to Facebook, Twitch, and Facebook as well. And catch us whatever podcasts that you can get the audio version from. Go to the GoFundMe, donate, help us try to get up. Just the last week that we have the GoFundMe account will be active till Sunday on Mother's Day before I shut down the operation. But even though win or lose, at least we tried. Give yourself a round of applause. At least we did the much we could, but we're going to do something else with the proceeds. So I'll make that announcement a little later. But everything else, last week of wrestling on Friday, special start time, 10:15. You know what I'm saying? So vibe out with the mob. Yo.
All right, I'm getting my G checked on WrestleNary tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun. Shout out to the OTTR family for coming out here, supporting the young god, supporting the Speak On It platform podcast. Me, Big Mike, Anthony, appreciate all you guys. Shar, Cyber Yeti, Blackheart, Dukes, you guys are real. Appreciate y'all. Had a blast. Thank you so much. Continue crossovers in the future, anytime. It was a great time. Rebranding all my social media _podcast Poppy _ on everything. A lot easier to yell out, a lot easier to find me on. Appreciate everybody.
In more ways than one.
Yup. Episode will be up. Dropping flex bombs on Charlene and Blackheart calling Mike a bitch. And yeah, appreciate all y'all.
Man, okay. For that little last comment about Char, all I got to say is all you're doing is getting the PG rant. This is the WWE rant that they would want Charlene to make. She hasn't made an actual, MA rant ever. It doesn't matter how long she's been with us. She has never given us that TVMA rant.
Since season 4.
Say a bad word right now, Charlene. Say a bad word.
She has a PG-13 one before.
Nah, say fuck you. Don't who's talking like that.
Yeah, they're teasing me all the time about it.
That's why I don't pay her no mind.
You never pay me any. You don't take me seriously. That's the problem.
Yeah,
because I see you as a little sibling. I'm like, and I'm holding you back on your forehead like this, and you're swinging, trying to hit me.
Now hit him with a fuck you. Hit him with a fuck you.
You underestimate me. You guys underestimate me a lot. It's not fair, but
come on, fuck you.
Hit him with that fuck you. Come on.
I prove you wrong.
Yeah,
hey, technically she beat me. Fuck. So
I beat Big Mike too.
I can't see
fuck you, Big Mike too.
Blackheart. Remember, I also beat Big Mike during the NXT and both nights of WrestleMania too. So
yeah, fuck that guy.
3 nights.
3 nights. 3 nights.
Fuck both my opponents. They ain't shit, and they're gonna find out come Sunday morning.
You ain't shit either, Cyber. So shut up.
What'd she say? I couldn't hear.
There you go.
What'd she say?
Shut the hell up. That's what she told you.
There you go. There you go.
About time to join the club.
Bad words. Bad words sell.
Now I'm just waiting for her to say language.
Shush.
Like, I don't give a shit.
Shush.
Shush.
Shit.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this wild edition of Speak On It, our talking wrestling.
Shush.
Like and subscribe, everybody.
Boring.
Find us on.
Wrap it up, B.
This might be the
Fuck you, Mike. You ain't shit.
Wrap it up, B.
Shut his mic off. Shut his mic off. Done. See you later.
Oh.
See you later, alligator. You're done. It's enough. You're done. Follow us on social. IAM_MBJ on the socials. I will be back next week as your reigning 3-time OTTR.
Like hell you are.
Like,
Not on my watch, buddy.
Yeah, fuck you, Mike.
Yeah, you're gonna get through it, buddy.
Whoa. Thank you to Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you watch us. We appreciate it. We'll be back. Told you we come in with more and more content for you. We'll be back actually at the time of this recording. It'll be our next episode will actually be out next because we're going to do a live post game in about 5 minutes whenever the Suns game ends.
Fuck
And the
you,
OTTR group will join us for the post game. But no, Cyber, you don't get to come back. You don't. It's called Masterboard. You don't get to come back. The door is closed.
Follow us on the Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as well. Just type in Off the Top Rules Podcast. That's all I got to say for social media.
Yes, what Blackguard said. Thank you all for joining us. You got anything else to say?
Fuck you, Mike. You ain't shit.
Why is he getting feedback in here?
I opened the door. He tried to get smart. He's out of here again. He's out of here.
Let me in.
No.
Let me in.
You won't be seeing him no more. He'll be in the meeting.